Hello, Maya. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. My name is Tanya Wingfield, and I'm the intake coordinator here at the Walk in the Light Health and Wellness Center. And today it's just informal. We're going to talk about some histories. We're going to talk about family history, housing history, health history, mental health history. And so that just kind of give you a little overview of what we'll talk about today. I want you to feel comfortable. So if it's something that you don't feel like answering, you can just let me know that you prefer not to, and that's okay as well. We want you to feel as comfortable as possible. And I know that sometimes it can bring up some challenging and difficult situations that may have happened, but I'm here. I want you to take your time, and you can just let me know if you need to pause at any time, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about what brings you in today.
Well, lately I've just been kind of struggling more so with my marriage and just having difficulties in that area. And I was looking to see if I would be able to do some marriage counseling or maybe some individual counseling or something of that nature.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that. So let's talk a little bit about, some of the things that have been happening. I know you talk about in your marriage, and you talk about some of the challenges that you've had, and I want to talk a little bit about your family history. What does your family look like?
Um, so are you saying my immediate family or like my family that I create, like my immediate family?
What you consider family?
Okay.
Yes.
I would say I am very close to my mom and my sisters. Not so much my dad. For my children, for my family that I've created, it's me, my husband, and my seven children. That's pretty it. We're pretty small. I forgot to mention my grandmother as well. So we're
Okay.
a pretty small family.
So growing up, what did your family look like to you?
We've always been really close knit. Just I'm always the jokester, so just kind of we're all family oriented. We're really, like I said, we're just really close knit, just loving. We love church going. We're church going and things of that nature.
Okay. And so I know you mentioned your mom and your grandma, and then you also mentioned about your dad as well. Would you consider that kind of your family unit growing up?
Yes, the
Okay.
exclusion of my father, but the others, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for explaining that a little bit more to me. Okay. So what did school look like? In school, how did you feel about school as far as elementary school, middle school, high school? How was that?
I feel like maybe the typical kid. I mean, I don't think anybody enjoyed going to school, but I did receive education all the way up until that 11th grade. I always got along with peers for the most part. I would say even today, I'm still to myself. I socialize with people, but I'm still to myself in a sense.
Okay.
And then I did get my GED. I left school in 11th grade, and I went on to gather my GED.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Um, so we'll just talk a little bit about, your mental health. And so I know you said that you've been married. How long have you been married?
For 7 years.
Okay. Okay. And during those 7 years, have there been any issues that you would like to discuss today?
I think finances have always been the biggest burden, more so, and I think also because we are a blended family, I think that we have challenges as far as communication when it comes, between how we handle certain things with biological and kind of with our blended with stepkids and things of that nature. So I would definitely say finances and maybe communicating has always been maybe some of the struggles.
Okay. And so let's talk a little bit about that a little bit more too as well. When those struggles have happened, what does that look? What are some of the resolutions that you guys have come to work those things out?
Well, I think that's part of what I'm seeking as far as the counseling to kind of get through those hurdles. Um, because communication is one of the bigger factors. It has been hard to kind of see both sides, and I'm not going to just say it's not one sided. It's definitely been from both. If we have our different opinions, sometimes I can be the one to kind of walk away, and I don't really get to hear everything that may need to be said. And then sometimes he's the one he's a yeller or gets loud, and that's not effective because we get nowhere. So I tend to, like I said, I walk away. I kind of will just, you know, try to find like things that can help me in that moment, like cope through that time, you know.
Well, it seems as though you identified some things that work for you in order not to continue the argument. But definitely, we're here to help support you in some other tools that you can use to kind of help with that communication and that kind of engagement. Thank you. It seems like you have family support. You mentioned some of your family. As far as your physical health, are there any issues that you have in regards to that right now?
I would say I think my biggest one when we are arguing, I dislike that I resort to drinking.
Okay.
And that does affect not only the conversation, my marriage, but it also affects the way that I am with my children because then the next day I'm not able to get up and handle the things that I need to, or, that's one of the biggest things as far as, it has also put me into like a depressive state, so.
Well, you seem very motivated. You're here today to try to figure out how best you can work through some of those challenges that you're having.
Right.
And so I want you to, look at all those positive things that you're doing right now to kind of help you and your family.
Well, thank you.
And
It's hard to see that, in it, but I know that the bigger picture is, it's near, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much. So what does your self-care look like right now?
It's hard with having 7 kids. That's very hard to do. But when the kids are in school, I like massages, so I'll try to go and get like massages. And I just started a gym membership. Not sure how it's gonna go because I do love to eat, but I just started a gym membership, so I'm going to try to work on my physical appearance to kind of make me feel a little better, and that not only physical but internal as well, just my health. So I'm starting there as well.
Oh, good. Are there any, have you ever experienced any domestic violence or substance use outside of that?
No.
What you mentioned today?
No. Outside of drinking alcohol, no, not anything else.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to tell me about that will give me a better, can help me to kind of help you?
I think maybe just to add to it, I know that I'm working like more so just like with me and my husband to start, but I feel because we are blended and our kids are a part of the situation, I would like to have some resources to also, when we work on us, to also kind of include like maybe something with our family, like to kind of get the kids involved as well. So I think that would just be the only thing.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you, for taking the time today, and to talk with me about your situation and to answer some of my questions. And just kind of give us a better idea of some of the supports that you have. And you mentioned some of those supports and some of the things that you're already working on, but it also kind of give us some, starting point or where we can kind of try to help provide you with, some resources that can help you and your family move forward. Okay. Thank you so much for speaking with me. And if you need anything else, I'll give you my card. Okay. And then you can give me a call if you need something else. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.